Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Young Reader's Book Review for Kids. My name is Naya, and with me today is our cat, Bramble. He's very sweet, but he also wants to run around the room, so you'll have to excuse him as he runs away. Bye, kitty. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you the book Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. Now, I got this book from the library, so it's not actually my own copy, but what I like most about it is that the cover is amazing, but also, the entire book itself is designed. So there's the art on the actual pages too. So as you open it up, you can't really tell, but put it all together and you got the shooting stars. And I thought that was really neat. I've seen a couple of other books like this, but this is the first one I've actually read that has this neat design on the pages itself. So that's what really caught my eye for this book, was that. And the cover is really gorgeous too. I love the cover art. The colors are just really good, but that's the castle. And then Sophie, one of the main characters, and Howl, the other main character. So the story follows Sophie Hatter, the oldest of three. And in this world, the oldest of three girls is always cursed. So they never get what they want. Life just doesn't go the way they wanted it to. So I thought that was interesting because I'd never read a book where, the oldest of three is cursed. You hear stories about curses on, the younger, because everyone wants to marry out the oldest first, but no, this one was the oldest of three, does not get what their heart's desire is. So she works at the hat shop, which she doesn't really enjoy that much. She just kind of does it because it's her duty. Because she knows she's cursed, she'll never get what she wants, so she doesn't hope for anything. And then her two younger sisters get to go off and do what they want, and so I thought that was pretty neat. But I'm going to tell you my favorite part. So if you haven't read this book yet and don't want to hear it, here he is. Cute kitty. Please be sure to pause the video so that way you don't hear my favorite part, because it's a bit of a spoiler. So my favorite part is when the very end of the book. I always like the end of the book. It's always the best. But my favorite part is at the end of the book when Sophie figures out that, there's this fire demon named Calcifer in the book. And he and Howl entered into a contract together that would keep Calcifer from dying, because fire demons come from the sky. That's what the whole shooting star thing is. And they fall down from the sky, and when they fall, they die. So Howl had caught Calcifer, and they made a contract together, and Howl took out his heart. Now, I don't know how that was possible, but he took out his heart and put Calcifer on it, and that's what kept him alive. So Calcifer's just been living in the fire on Howl's heart. So Sophie figured out that if she took Calcifer off the heart, she could put the heart back in Howl and set Calcifer free, and it might kill one or both of them. And so that was what was dangerous about it. But because she can talk life into things, she was able to give Calcifer 1,000 more years of life by wishing him 1,000 years of life, and he was able to go free, and he came and went from the castle. He was what powered the castle that moved. So in Howl's Moving Castle is the title. The castle does move, and Calcifer is the one that powers it. There is some content consideration, mostly in Howl saying a couple times of curse words or the Lord's name in vain. So nothing major, but I wouldn't recommend this for anyone older than 14, just because it centers on love. And so Howl, because he doesn't have a heart, can't actually love anyone. So he goes out and seduces ladies to be his lover, and once they love him, he leaves them and goes to the next lady and the next lady and the next lady. So the whole thing about Howl is that he has no heart inside him, so he can't love. He can get people to love him, but he can't love back quite as well. So the whole story is just him he wants to love, but he can't, so he seduces ladies. And it's a little weird. The story's kind of hard to follow, but it was funny. But I wouldn't recommend it for anyone older than 14 with the love and all that. And then, of course, in the end, Sophie and Howl get together. It's kind of obvious by if you look at the cover. But so I wouldn't recommend it for anyone older than that, just because of language and love. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video and it was helpful. And you found another good book to read. I did like this one. And I'll see you next time. Bye!